Welcome back to Larkhall in Scotland for round 4 of the Bambino Kart Club Championship. It's the Iame Bambino Class up next, and here's the grid. Phillips, Domain, Woodward, Robinson, Housemore, Bath, Thomas, O'Neill and Jensen Chalk round out the top 10. 11th to 18th look like this. Some of these drivers had problems in the earlier pre-final, not least Alfie Howland. Look for him to be making up places. Well, in an earlier heat, one man going off P9 in this final is that man there, the 77 kart driven by Tyler O'Neill. He flipped it upside down, but I'm pleased to say he's okay, and he is on the grid. There he is in P9, just about making him out in the green helmet. Darren Beavers, championship organiser, gives a high five. Did I say high five? I meant a 5 low to all the drivers. Gave Braith Murdoch in the C50 Bambino class earlier a high five. He was too slow, though, for the 5 low. We're underway and running, and Henry Domain off P2, just like he did at Row. Has got an absolute disastrous start. Jack Robinson is carrying out onboard camera. He started P4 through to P2, and that is the 26 out front. Jesse Phillips missed the last round. I bet he's glad he's not missing this round. Into the left-right kink, new part of the circuit. Logan House makes his way through to second. Domain makes his way back into 6 after his poor start. That is Logan House running in front of our onboard cameraman. 3rd in the championship, P2 on track. What a start, all action, Jake.
Very thrilling stuff. Moore comes up the inside, and Woodward gets there as well. So Seb Moore's through, Woodward's there. We're desperately trying to cut back on the inside of the number 6 of Ethan Woodward. Look at how far ahead Jesse Phillips has gone already. On his contact, it looks like a spin. That's the 44 of Bobby Thomas, and also around has gone Teddy Woodard. So both of those two having a little bit of a pirouette in the left-hand hairpin. Back on board with Jack Robinson, as he now has Henry Domain in front of him. So Domain has definitely got himself back up a few positions off his disappointing start. He's going straight for the inside of Ethan Woodward. He is not going to wait around. Great comeback already from the number 4 of Henry Domain, but Jesse Phillips is already 2.5 seconds ahead of the rest of the pit. Look at him, he's absolutely checked out.
That is unbelievable in one lap, 2.5 second lead, incredible.
Oh, and a spin! Oh no, that's caused all sorts of problems. It's Moore that's gone, also around. I think Tyler O'Neill goes around. Ethan Bath has gone around as well. Now this is a replay of what happened at the first hairpin. That was the spin from Thomas. And unfortunately, Woodard, well, he got on the brakes, didn't he, to avoid. Yeah. But look, there was a little bit of a nudge there. Domain into the back of Seb Moore, and that's what caused the pandemonium. So Domain and Woodward get off the curbs, and then we had a few others going off the circuit
17,
there as well.
24.
Luca Narroway, Ethan Bath, Tyler O'Neill, and Seb Moore, all involved in that one. So it's really made a bit of a topsy-turvy of the grid. It's like throwing the deck of cards up in the air and seeing which one lands where. But the only thing that's the same, really, is Jesse Phillips out in front.
Yeah, it's helped out Jesse Phillips no end, because they were the karts that were really battling in for second. So Logan House is in second place. There he is going through the line. So Robinson, our onboard cameraman, back up to 3rd after losing places early on. And then Henry Domain, who had a disastrous start. Those of you that watched the Rower race, as the onboard cameraman loses a place to Domain, so that looks like Domain up to 3rd place, I think, Jake.
It is indeed.
Now, anybody that watched the Rower race knows that Domain had an awful start off pole, dropped him down to 6th place going through the chicane, and he's had the same today. I wonder if that's the same sort of issue he's had.
A very interesting and puzzling situation, because the difficulty at Iame Bambino level is when you have a bit of a tough start like that, you've got to remember these guys are so young. It could be a massive dent in the confidence, and you've got to just try and pick yourself up, get yourself back into it again. Yeah,
the interesting thing, though, last time at Rower, he was a mile behind Henry Domain, came back to win it. Doesn't look like he's going to catch Jesse Phillips today, though. Phillips has got a, well, 2.4 after 1 lap, 4.6 after 2.
What's it going to be now? It's going to be in the 6s, isn't it?
Surely.
Across the line comes Logan House, being chased by Domain. That is 6.8 as Domain comes up the inside and takes on Logan House. He passes the Power Max back driver in 3rd position now, and we're on board with Jack Robinson. Still running in 4th, then it's Woodward, Alfie Howland from Jensen Chalk and Seb Moore, who's recovered well to 8th. Then Jake Beecroft from Teddy Woodard, Jack Poole, Tyler O'Neill and Charlie Viery, and then Poppy Thomas and Riley Stewart.
Alfie Howland running P6. I said earlier when I went through the grid, he was starting P15. Watch out for him. He's already up to 6th place. So Howland obviously had a problem in that earlier pre-final. His sort of quality you wouldn't normally expect to see down in P15. already up into the top 6.
Now this is a really interesting trio because we've got Logan Howes, who has got a very strong future in front of him. He's backed by PowerMax, who of course have a massive presence in the Toka package, as Ethan Woodward makes his move on Jack Robinson, or does he? Because Robinson trying to come back at him around the outside. They can run side by side in Bambino at that point, and other classes you probably couldn't, but there's enough space and enough speed to scrub off that you can run side by side through the S's there. But Robinson tucks back in behind Woodward. I was going to say about Logan Howes, he's very highly rated and very highly tipped for a massive career in the future, and PowerMax have seen something pretty special in him, and the British Touring Car sponsors have backed him, and up the inside there goes Ethan Woodward to get through into that 3rd position spot. As we watch the battle a little further back, that's Jensen Chalk and Seb Moore we picked up. Now we're watching Logan Howes as he charges in behind Ethan Woodward. Woodward to the inside line. Howes is just going to try and carry the speed right round the outside, but he's not quite going to have enough momentum to keep it up as Jesse Phillips continues to dominate. He's at the banked hairpin already into the left-hander. Comes Henry Domain in second. He's trying to pull away as well from Howes, Robinson, Woodward. Those three. Of course, it is now Ethan Woodward in that 3rd position spot. They come up the banking. Now he cuts to the inside line there as Logan Howes is trying to sweep back to the inside of the right-hander. And still these two, Jensen Chalk and Seb Moore, having a good battle. Moore has now cut in front, so Moore gets the run off the right-handed banking. And now we've got Beecroft, Woodard, O'Neill, Viry, Jack Poole, Poppy Thomas, and I think at the back of the queue that's the 17 of Luca Narroway. Ethan Barth is in that mix there as well, from Riley Stewart and Jensen Jones, the 74. And Logan Howes tries again, can't quite make the move on Ethan Woodward, who's still there in 3rd position. And we've got this 2-man scrap between Jack Robinson and Alfie Howland. Alfie Howland is through, in fact. That is Howland in front. Robinson trying to cut back at him.
So fantastic recovery by Howland from P15. Good recovery by Poppy Thomas as well. Jake Down and P13. She's in that mix there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carts. You want to come out on top of that battle. Said it a million times before, because it may be for what a midfield finish today. May be for 9th place at best. But next year, when you're battling at the front of the field, the experience you gain at this level in these midfield battles, that midfield battle we're watching right there, for example, that's where you want to come out on top. Finish at the front of that little battle, because next year, that might be for the win.
Very true. It's all about good racecraft, and they're definitely learning on the job here. P9 is up for grabs, and it's Jake Beecroft, Eddie Woodard, Tyler O'Neill, Charlie Vary, Poppy Thomas, Jack Poole, Luca Narroway, and Ethan Barth. And they've got 5 seconds over Riley Stewart. So it looks as though these 8 are going to be scrapping away for 9th position all the way through. Now that Howland has got through into 5th position past Jack Robinson, he's got his sights fairly set on Ethan Woodward and Logan Howes up in front. Just under 5 minutes to go on the time. And the 77, Tyler O'Neill, cuts through into the lead of the group. So he's got past Jake Beecroft. Good move from Tyler O'Neill. And now he goes down the back straight. There's going to be a great jostle for position. Look at this.
And the thing I like about this, he's the man that was upside down that we showed at the beginning of the race earlier in the day. So he's not allowed that to affect his confidence in any way whatsoever. He's still getting stuck in a great battle.
Yeah, everybody knows that Bambino drivers are made of rubber. They just bounce off. You know, they get back into the racing and carry on with it. So no problems at all as they come off the hairpin. And now that he's got a bit of a gap, Seb Moore is trying to stretch away from Jensen Chalk. Look back, and there is the 9th place man. Now Tyler O'Neill. Look at this, nearly 3 wide for 10th position. As trying to cut across Jake Beecroft, hanging on from Woodard and Vary.
What a great battle this is. Unbelievable stuff all the way through the field. Battles at the front of the field. Not for the lead, obviously. Not for second necessarily. But this battle here for 9th place. 10th place, fantastic.
Right, this is for 7th. Seb Moore trying to pull away from Jensen Chalk. You get to see just how much the Larkhall circuit has changed. It's still very unusual to see them go left here. Yeah. And then, of course, they double back to the right-hand hairpin. But I've visited the circuit a couple of times now, and I have to say, what the guys have done here is absolutely phenomenal. They have turned it into not just a great British class circuit that it always was, but now, you know, they are starting to knock on the door of premier race circuits of Europe quality. It's great what they've done.
Yeah, it's a great circuit, always has been. Always lots of great overtaking opportunities here, and it's just made it a little bit, well, easier to overtake effectively and longer, which is always good.
I've seen some great battles here over the years. I've been watching races at Larkhall since before I was commentating. It goes back to 1998, the first time I watched a race at Larkhall, and I have yet to see a dull one. It's never been dull at Summerlee Raceway, and the West of Scotland Kart Club have done an amazing job in 2019 to improve the circuit. Just look at that from the drone. You get to see just how wide and how open that corner is now. It used to be cannon fodder to the outside, didn't it? When you went on the shavings, that was your race over. Now they've opened it up. They've given you a little bit more breathing space on the outside line to play with. And up the inside, Logan Howes makes the move on Ethan Woodward. Absolutely terrific as he grabs third position back. Jack Robinson's back in front of Alfie Howland. Now a dive up the inside of Logan Howes. Not on your Nelly. He holds on to third position. Brilliantly done. And now Woodward is trying to shut the door on Robinson. Robinson keeps his nose stuck in there as they come up to the hairpin. Tight through. Logan Howes is going to use the banking on the outside to good effect as Woodward again holds the inside line. Robinson will now have a faster line through as he comes from the outside line of the S's to tuck back to the inside, and he should get good momentum, but he's got pressure from Alfie Howland. 2 minutes to go.
Great race so far. Battles all the way through the field. And talking about battles all the way through the field, there's another one. The 18 makes his way past. That's Jensen Chalk swapping places with Seb Moore as they go through the line for 7th and 8th.
Yeah, I thought that was done and dusted for Seb Moore, but good work from Jensen Chalk. He's got himself back into the fight, and now we've got this four-way scrabble for third position. Look at this. He's going to be absolutely electric all the way through. Howes, Woodward, Robinson, Howland. Robinson goes left, tries to get the long shot round the outside of Ethan Woodward as they cut back in for the square right. He's going to get a tighter line. Now he's going to try and edge his way through on the inside of the hairpin. No, he's got to back out of it. I thought he was going to make the slingshot move. You can see just how much vibration you get riding on board on our camera. It's a very tricky sport, this, and you think that these kids are taking quite a beating just pushing the karts at the limit, much more than you would get in rugby or football or tennis at the same age. This is a proper physical workout for these young lads and lasses.
Yeah, GoPro Hero 4s we're using. Anyone wants to sponsor me a GoPro Hero 7 or 2, which has stabilisation and is not as shaky, then get in touch.
I'll get one as well. That'll do me. As they come through to the new section of the course. You can tell the difference because of the new laid tarmac down. Logan Howes holds the inside line. Woodward cuts back across to the inside line. He just doesn't quite have the momentum on the power, and that's where he's not quite able to draw alongside Logan Howes. But all four of these guys will be counting down the laps, counting down the minutes, in the hope that they can still battle away. You caught a glimpse of Henry Domain in second. He's 9 seconds back from Jesse Phillips, would you believe, in second place. West of Scotland Kart Club, if you want to know more about it, WSKC, just a couple of miles outside of Glasgow. Wonderful part of Great Britain and an amazing part of Scotland to go racing this. It's a wonderful, wonderful venue. It's one of my favourites in the British calendar. Here we go again. Logan Howes trying to cover the inside line from Ethan Woodward. And is there a chance for Jack Robinson as he cuts back through on the inside? They're going to cross the line. And I'm fairly sure we are now into the last lap. Essentially, we've certainly run out of time as Woodward tries to come through on the inside of Logan Howes and then loses out. But we're trying to cut through as well. Jack Robinson tried to get the move on the inside line. And Charlie Very has now got himself in a bit of a pickle. Tyler O'Neill started disappearing out in front. He's broken clear of the train, and now Tyler O'Neill has disappeared. Charlie Very trying to hang on to 10th in front of Beecroft, Woodard, Narroway and Thomas, with Ethan Bath dropping back a little bit. But here they come. The battle's still going on for that 10th place spot between Very, Beecroft, Woodard, Narroway and Thomas. But there's still going to be an interesting one for third position to the line. Is this going to be the move on the inside line? It looks like third position could change hands, but Jesse Phillips is going to have an absolutely dominant run to the flag. How has he done it? Absolutely meteoric from Jesse Phillips. He walks away, marches to the victory. Henry Domain's going to be a comfortable second, but who's going to be third? Logan Howes, Ethan Woodward, Jack Robinson and Alfie Howland all bidding over the same bit of tarmac. Domain comes through. Can Howes hang on? It's going to be tight to the line between him and Woodward, but Logan Howes is just going to seal it in front of Woodward and Robinson. Goodness me, that was close to the line. Absolutely brilliant.
Jesse Phillips was around 7 tenths or so quicker than Henry Domain, but over a second quicker than anybody else in the field.
And Seb Moore managed to get back past Jensen Chalk on the last lap. Just saw him take the finish line, and he was punching his fist in the air as if he'd taken the victory.
But that's what I was saying. These battles, even for 7th, 8th place, are important, because that may have been for 7th, 8th place today, but Seb Moore, with the quality he's got, and we've seen from him before, he will be at the front battling for wins in the future, and it's that experience that will be so important then. Jesse Phillips takes the win, joined by Henry Domain and Logan Howes on the podium. What do you make of the weekend this weekend?
It was fun to do everything. On qualifying today, I had a little problem underweight, and on the first race, Heat 1, I had to get through everybody, which was actually quite fun to overtake everybody, and I managed to get first.
Who do you want to thank for the weekend this weekend?
I want to thank my engineers, my dad for taking me here, and everyone who done stuff to my car.
And everyone that knows you.
Yeah.
Well done. The most dominating performance in Bambino I've ever seen, 10 seconds for the win. Henry Domain still leads the championship though by 35, but look at the battle for second. Just 14 points separate Jacob Ashcroft in second from Chuck Robinson in 6th. Check out the playlist for the next race from this meeting. It's the C50 Bambino timed session.